Hello everyone, welcome to the Simperion IAS YouTube channel. In this video, let's discuss about 2024 prelims paper and how this paper can be solved using the previous year questions, previous year important themes and intelligent elimination techniques. And also at the end of the video, let's talk about the cutoff for the 2024 prelims. The paper we are discussing is Set C of 2024 Prelims GS1. Let's start with the question number 1. There is instability and worsening security situation in the Sahel region. Statement 2. There have been a military takeover coups in the several countries in the Sahel region. This is a question of the PYQ. 2 years in the previous year they have asked about the military coup in the Chad and Mali. So this question is about that. So option A is answer, it's a PYQ. Question number 2. India do not import apples from the United Nations of America. See, whenever such statements are asked, cannot, do not, which talk in absolute terms, normally those sentences are wrong. So first statement is wrong. In India, the law prohibits the import of genetically modified food without approval of the competent authority, that is Genetical Engineering Appraisal Committee. So the statement is correct, and numerous times they have asked a question on Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee when they asked a question on BT, cotton, etc. So the answer is D. We'll finish quickly. We'll only discuss how the question paper can be solved using the PYQ important themes and the intelligent elimination techniques. Mainly it's an effort to help the 2025 people who are writing the prelims in 2025, that the previous year questions last 25 to 30 years are very important. There are 150 important themes which we have shared in our Telegram group, also in our as a part of our prelims monster. They are very important. So we will discuss about that as well. Going to the question number 3. With reference to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, consider the following statement. In this particular question, the answer is 1 only. The 2 and 3 are wrong. It's again a PYQ question. It's directly repeated from the PYQ. Let's go to the question number 4. With reference to the Indian Parliament, consider the following statement. See, this is a question regarding the bill pending and the dissolution of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, whether the bill will lapse or not. The correct answer is option A, option 1 and option 2. Third statement is wrong. So it's also directly repeated from the PYQ. If you take last 4 questions, 3 have been repeated from the PYQ. That's the power of PYQs. Next is question regarding the prorogation of the House by the Presidency. Prorogation of the House by the President of India do not require the advice of Council of Ministers. They require. Again, that cannot, do not. So this kind of a trick are also directly repeated from the PYQ. Whenever the sentences are formed in this way, you have to be wary of the sentences. Please verify them. That's wrong. So 2, 3 is correct answer. We'll finish off as quickly as possible. This is just to show the importance of PYQs and intelligent elimination techniques and important prelims themes. Let's go to the question number 6. The European Union Parliament approved a Net Zero Industry Act recently. It's in the current affairs, it's correct. The European Union intended to achieve the carbon neutrality by 2040, there is a fact here, and therefore aims to develop all of its own clean technology by that time. All of its own clean technology. There's an extreme statement of all of its own clean technology and 2040. The statement 2 is wrong. Statement 1 is correct. Answer is C. Again, the trick is working here. Let's go to the question number 7. The question is regarding the Venezuela. Recently, Venezuela has achieved a rapid economic recovery from economic crisis, succeeded in preventing the people from migrating the country. Venezuela is the world's largest oil reservoir. Coming to the statement 1, it's a contemporary issue. Venezuelan economic crisis is a contemporary issue, and again, whenever the words the drastic recovery, steadily increased, rapid recovery, whenever UPSC uses these kind of an adjective words and adjective sentences, they are usually wrong. Statement 1 is wrong and statement 2 is correct. It's a fact. It's a well-known fact. So answer is option D. Again, the trick is working here. Let's go to the question number 8. The question is regarding the digital land records modernization program. The answer is all the three are correct. You can solve this question only if you know it 100%. So there's nothing to discuss. You can solve this question only if you know the things. It is difficult to guess, though there is fact like 100% funding, etc. All three are correct. Let's go to the question number 9. Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Matratva Abhiyan. Here the option is option 2 only. In the option A, there is here tricks works. There are a lot of facts. Antenatal care service to the women in their second and third trimester and of the pregnancy and 6-month post delivery. Again, the fact 6-month post delivery. Healthcare in any of the public service. There are two facts: second and third trimester, 6-month, and any, the extreme word. So this is wrong. Option 2 is correct. Again, the trick is working. Next is Pradhan Mantri Shraman Yogi Man Dhan Yojana. Consider the following statement. In this case, 2 and 3 are correct. The option 4 is wrong and option A is wrong. This fact, whatever they are given the fact in the option 1, the 21 to 40, this is wrong. So family pension is applicable to the spouse and unmarried daughters. Again, the option 4 is wrong. Option is 2, 3. You have to know this in details to solve this problem. The only you can use here in this case of 21 to 40 is the facts are wrong. Let's go to the next question. Question number 11. Nari Shakti Vandan Abhiyan. This is regarding the recent reservation that is provided to the women in the state assembly and in the Lok Sabha. So the provisions will come into effect from 18th Lok Sabha. No, the 18th Lok Sabha is the recent election. So there was no 33% reservation for women or 1/3 seat reserved for women. So it will come to the effect from 19th Lok Sabha. So 1 is wrong. It's a current affairs as well as the fact is wrong. So option 2, 3 is correct. And whenever the women related schemes are in news, they are very, very important. This is one of the important themes. Women related schemes are very much important. Next is regarding the exercise Mitra Shakti 2023. It's a purely a current affairs. It's an exercise between the India and Sri Lanka. They given joint military exercise of India and Bangladesh. The statement 1 is wrong. So 2, 3, 4 are correct. It's a current affairs directly picked. They are given 2023 itself. Next, writ of prohibition. Writ of prohibition is the lower court prohibiting continuation of proceedings in the case. What is writ of prohibition is higher court, Supreme Court and high courts, prohibiting the lower courts from continuing proceedings. So it's a directly repeated from the PYQ as well. Writs are very important. Either it's habeas corpus, certiorari, or the writ of prohibition. Again, a PYQ question. Next is regarding the recognizing the certain community as a scheduled tribe community and who has the power. Option 2 is correct. Option A, they again governor. It's not the governor who recognizes a particular community as the scheduled tribe. It's a president. So again, the PYQ question. See, this is the power of PYQs. Let's go to the next. It is regarding the union budget. The Union Finance Minister on behalf of the Prime Minister lays annual financial statement before both the houses of Parliament. Union Finance Minister lays on behalf of the President of India, not Prime Minister. At the union level, no demand for grant can be made except on the recommendation of President of India. See, here they are given recommendation of President, here they are given Prime Minister. You could have, if you had little presence of mind, you could have guessed one of this will be wrong. So even this has to be a president. So this again, this also PYQ, union budget, the annual financial statement, etc. Asked by the UPSC in the previous years. Next is regarding the two books, the India Way and the Why Bharat Matters. Yes, Jay Shankar. It's kind of a current affairs or a contemporary issue. Let's go to the next. Argentina, worst economic crisis, correct. Sudan, again a PYQ, that is military coup. Turkey, rescinded from the NATO membership, wrong. So option A and 1 and 2 are correct, two statements. It's a correct kind of current and the contemporary, and the one is PYQ. Sudan is again a PYQ. Let's go to the summed pipeline is a strategic route for the Persian Gulf oil and natural gas shipment to Europe, correct. The summed pipeline connects the Red Sea with the Mediterranean Sea. It's correct. It's a oil and gas pipelines. It was in news because of the Israel issue and the Palestine issue. It connects the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. It's a current or contemporary issue. Next is regarding the question is regarding Red Sea. The Red Sea receives very little precipitation in any form. No water enters the Red Sea from the rivers. Both the statement are correct, though many people will mark this because of its extreme statement, they will mark wrong. Actually, it is a correct statement. Both are correct. Next, let's go to the according to the Environmental Protection Agency, which one of the following is the largest source of sulfur dioxide? Many times they asked the source of sulfur dioxide. Power plant are the largest using the fossil fuel. They are called as thermal power plants. Thermal power plants are the largest source of sulfur dioxide emission. Again a PYQ question. Next question is regarding the Delimitation Commission. How many times it is constituted? 4 times. 52, I think 53, 63, 2002 and 73, I think 4 times. This is a PYQ question. They asked 2 times in the previous year this question. Next question is regarding the classical languages. Which of the languages are granted a classical language status by the 71st constitutional amendment? It is Konkani, Manipuri, Nepali, not Maithili. Again a PYQ question. The question regarding the classical languages was asked in the previous year by 2 times. See, whenever we say that if you don't believe, there will be naysayers, no, there will be pessimists who will say no, UPSC doesn't repeat previous year questions. Please take last, I'll write here, I'll write in a different ink. Please take last 30 years PYQ of civil services, last 10 years of CDS, NDA and CAPF, and then verify. Please go through question by question. Better take, if you take a topic wise, if the book which is where the previous year is divided topic wise, that helps. Please verify yourself. Don't comment or think yourself or halfway close the video saying it doesn't work. No, it is not a marketing gimmick. We are here to help the UPSC aspirants to excel in the UPSC using the UPSC sources itself, using the UPSC syllabus, using the UPSC PYQs and the basic NCRTs. We will even tell which are the questions which can be directly solved using the PYQ. This value added material, some materials of coaching institute, yellow book, white book, red book, it all doesn't matter. What matters is the basic NCRT, very specific books, very specific chapters and very specific reference books like the Polity, Lakshmikant, Spectrum for Modern India. That is what you require to excel in this exam. So don't overburden itself, don't overcomplicate the process, just have the PYQ. Okay, let's continue. I'll say that repeatedly many times whenever we encounter the importance of the PYQ. Again, let's go to the question number 23. Bharatiya Jansangh, Shama Prasad Mukherjee, correct. Socialist Party, again a PYQ question. Acharya Narayan Dev is a correct answer. It's asked in the previous year. Congress for Democracy, Jagjeevan Ram is correct. Swatantra Party, Rajgopal Acharya. Rajgopal Acharya was asked many times in the PYQ. 2 only. 2 of the statements are correct. Let's go to the next. Next question is regarding which of the part of the constitution deals with what? The part 9 deals with municipality, part 18 deals with the emergency provision, part 20 I think deals with the amendment of constitution. All are correct. This is a best case of PYQ question. All these questions, UPSC asked question on municipality, 100% you will know that emergency they asked many times, and constitutional amendment, the article 368 they asked numerous times. Even in this paper they asked article 368 again. I will explain then itself. Next question is regarding the state list and the union list. See, though this question is tough, whatever they have asked, it is one of the very important UPSC themes. Normally they ask education, health, agriculture, interstate trade, and which one of that is a state subject or a union subject. In this case, they've asked regarding interstate quarantine is a union subject under the union list. All other three are correct. And if you know even other, see, interstate trade is a state list. Can the interstate trade be a state list? No, it is a union list. This statement is wrong. Interstate migration, state subject. Is it possible? It is not possible. Interstate, when matter is between the two states, it has to be union. So again wrong. Corporation tax, you know it, corporation tax is levied by the union. So even without knowing option C, with the knowledge from the PYQ and that this is an important theme, though if you are not aware of options, you can solve this. So that is the power of PYQs. Please don't neglect, especially people who are preparing for the 2025. Let's go to the question number 26. This is, I don't have to say anything. I feel UPSC these days is like acting like some old ex-lover, which cannot forget Article 21. I have to say in that way. They repeated. This is the third time this question has been asked by the UPSC. Next, go to the next question. Its question is related to Chief of Defence Staff. The option number 2 is wrong. Option 2 is wrong. 1 and 3 is an answer. That's a new question. Operation Sadbhavan. This is a current affairs. This is a current affairs. Upliftment of local population. I think it's launched in the Jammu Kashmir. So that is Operation Sadbhavan, current affairs. You can see this here. Many questions are straightforward current affairs, or some are PYQ based questions, PYQ themes, and that's it. And some question can be solved using some of the basic tricks, elimination techniques. Longest land boundary, that is between the Canada and USA. Next question is regarding the ethics committee. See, this is the current affairs. One of the matter related to West Bengal, one of the MP of the West Bengal was given to the ethics committee, and then it led to the disqualifying offer. It was in the news in the December. It was in news for almost 1 month. So it's asked based on that. And even you can get an answer with a trick. Option 2, only member of Lok Sabha can make a complaint relating to unethical conduct of the members of Lok Sabha. That is wrong. So you can get answer that way itself. Next is regarding the Sachidananda Sinha, the first before Rajendra Prasad, who was the president of the Provisional Assembly, Constituent Assembly. That is Sachidananda Sinha. It's a repeated question. They've asked a question on Sachidananda Sinha before. Next question is on 1935 Act. Again a repeated PYQ question. The option correct answer is A. Option B is 2 is wrong. Next question is regarding which of the following are the play written by the Bhasha. Answer is Madhyama Vya Yoga. See, Bhasha they've asked in the PYQ. They've asked related to different plays, so it is difficult to know this particular play. So yes, he has written, I think, say 4 or 5 plays. This is not asked from the PYQ, but other plays written by the Bhasha were asked in the PYQ. So it shows Bhasha and his plays are important. That's one way you can take it. Next is regarding the Sanghabhuti, a Indian Buddhist monk, was author of a commentary on Sharavastivada Vinaya. So answer is C. So it's a tough question, difficult to solve. It's not asked previous year. Again, next question is current affairs. Which one of the following is part of World Heritage List included in the 2023? The correct answer in this case is Shanti Niketan, and I think the sacred emblems of Hoysala. This is a pure current affairs. Next question. This is the question on the Article 368, that is Amendment of Constitution. As per the Articles 368 of the Constitution of India, the Parliament may amend any provisions of the Constituent Assembly by the way of always addition, variation, repeal. So Constitution can be amended, one provision can be repealed, a new provision can be added, or one present provision can be varied. It can be slightly changed. You can make a change in that, not exactly removing it or adding, making change. That is variation. All are correct. So it's a very basic question. There is, like, if you are just That a polity well, you can solve that question. Next question is regarding falling of birth rate. You know it. Japan has this problem, everybody will know it. Next is South Korea and Italy. See, other two countries are like African countries, Nigeria and South Korea. They are not with it's a basic awareness. You will not read this anywhere, but it's a basic awareness. Next is the money bill. Again, UPSC. I think if you take 10 years paper, UPSC will ask this question at least, I am sure, 5 times. UPSC might have asked the question related to money bill last in 10 years 5 times. Correct answer is 1 is correct, option 2 is correct, option 3 is correct, option 4 is wrong. So it's again a PYQ question. Next question is regarding the position, like equivalent. What is the brigadier's equivalent in the Air Force and the Navy? In the CAPF, for some exam they've asked, I think for a major is equivalent to which in the Air Force, but still a very difficult question. To know in this greater detail, it's difficult, but 1 and 3 are correct, 2 and 4 are wrong. Next is Northeastern Council. Again, this question is asked in the CAPF PYQ. This question is asked once. So it's again, it is also a PYQ question. Governor of the state, chief ministers of the state, and 3 members nominated by the president are part of Northeastern Council. And there is also doubt that whether Home Minister is a member or not. So let's wait for the UPSC. But this is the previous year questions. Next is related to if the United States of America were to default on its debt holders of the US Treasury bond, will not be able to exercise their claim to receive payments. The USA government debt is not backed by any hard assets, but only by the faith of the governments in the USA bonds. So actually it is correct, but some people might think there is a word like only, the word like only, etc. This is wrong. Actually it is not true. 1 is also correct, and statement 2 is a perfect explanation for the statement 1. Let's go to the next question. Next question is related to syndicated lending spreads the risk of the borrowed default across multiple lenders. Correct. See, what is syndicated lending? If the 100 crore is to lend to a particular company, a single bank is not lending 100 crore. One bank is lending 10 crore, another is 25 crores, other is 25 crore, another is like 25 crore, in that way. Syndicated lending. A consortium of banks, that is the concept. I think if you go through the NPA or the some big corporates defaulting, you might hear these words, consortium of lenders. So that is syndicate. The syndicated loan can be fixed amount or lump sum of funds, but cannot be a credit line. It can be a credit line as well. So whenever the UPSC gives a sentence, this but not that, when the sentence is in this format, this but not that, syndicated loan can be fixed amount or lump sum funds, but cannot be credit line. It can be this but not that. When sentences is, we have said it many times, in that format, that statements are wrong. We have talked about this trick in our prelims monster, and while we have discussed last 4 years paper as well. So statement 1 is correct. So answer is C. Let's go to the question number digital rupee. In the 2023 prelims itself, they have asked on the central bank digital currency. This question is on that. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 4. The central bank digital currency, like a rupee. What is central bank digital currency? It's a digital form of a rupee. Is a rupee insured against inflation? No. Same way, central bank digital currency also not insured against inflation. It's a very basic awareness, and it's a repeated question from the 2023, a very important contemporary or a current affairs. So easy question. Let's go to the next question. Is related to Buddhism, important theme. What are the different generally names for the Buddha? That is Shakyamuni and Tathagata. Nyayaputta is wrong. So it's a important theme of Buddhism. Next, go to the next question. They given the 4 sites where which state they are available, which state they are present, and what are its descriptions. In this case, Imangan and Mangadu in Kerala. Imangan and Mangadu in Kerala, correct. 2 and 3 are correct. Other two are wrong. Imangan, Inamgan, which is a part of Maharashtra. This have been asked in the PYQ. Others are not. Difficult question to solve. Let's go to the next question. The question is on the Krishnadevaraya, who gave the Batkal port to the Portuguese. See, whenever we are talked about it, whenever there is Ashoka, Akbar, Krishnadevaraya, when these and Buddhism, when these things are part of or the IUCN etc. part of options, usually they will be an answer. Here Krishnadevaraya is a part of option, that is an answer. Actually it is even Krishnadevaraya as well. It's an important PYQ theme. Vijayanagara and Krishnadevaraya, if you go and see the last 10-year paper, see, if you don't believe in whatever we are saying, don't neglect it. Sit for 1 day, 2 days, take a PYQs and go through it. You will find in the last 10 years at least 4 to 5 times questions on Krishnadevaraya and Vijayanagara have been asked. Let's go to the next. We'll do as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. Question is on Rayatwari and also permanent settlement. Option 2 is correct. Option 1 is wrong. It is a very, very important theme. Whenever we have said about 150 themes, whatever the themes we have set, 150 themes in our prelims monster, this is a part of that. Permanent settlement and the Rayatwari system, and also PYQs. Numerous times this question have been asked. Next question is on Upanishads. There is no parables in the Upanishads. It's saying Upanishad doesn't have any parables. Wrong. You cannot say anything absolutely. Upanishads were composed earlier than the Puranas. Actually it is true. So you can take a bet in option 2, but statement 1 is clearly wrong because it's an extreme statement. Next is regarding the International Grain Council. India is a member of International Grain Council. Okay. A country need to be a member of the International Grains Council for exporting or importing rice and wheat. See, they are specifically mentioning two, that is rice and wheat. And none of these international organizations or the treaties can impose such hard measures. That too, see, if it is a nuclear material, if it is something related to atomic energy, these things can be made, but not related to rice and wheat. This is an absurd statement which doesn't hold the test of logic. That is wrong. Statement 1 is correct. India is a member of Grain Council. Next is related to latest addition to the Intangible Cultural Heritage UNESCO current affairs. The correct answer is Garba. We have completed half of the paper 50. Let's go to the total fertility rate in the economy. Total fertility rate is amount of number of children the woman can bear till her childbearing age. That's correct. So average number of the live births a woman would have by the end of her childbearing age. Correct. Exact explanation, no confusion in that. Very easy question. Next is related to non-banking financial companies. Foreign institutional investor, whether they can invest in G securities. And in India the stock exchanges can offer. See, another trick here, there is a word can. Whenever the sentence has a word can, these statements are correct. In India, non-banking financial companies can access. So it is talking of a possibility, and also they have asked non-banking financial companies in the PYQ. In India, the foreign institutional investor can hold, and also they have asked about FIIs in the PYQs. In India, the security exchanges can offer separate trading platforms. Say that all three are talking about possibilities, and the asked in the PYQ. All three statements are correct, and also it's a PYQ. Let's go to the question number 53. In India, which of the following can trade a corporate bonds and the government securities? All three, like the retail investors, pension funds, insurance companies as well. All three. They have not asked this particular question directly. Next question is purely a presence of mind. Which of the following is just a financial instrument? ETFs are financial instrument. Motor vehicle is not a part of financial instrument. Motor vehicle, like it's not. It's like car or bicycle. These are not part of financial instruments. Currency swap, it's a financial instrument. A very easy question. Just you need to have the presence of mind. Question number 55. With reference to the sector of Indian economy, consider the following pairs. They are given some economic activity and the sector. So 2 is correct and 4 is correct. Weaving the cloth and dairy farms are correct. They are both are primary, and weaving cloth, that is secondary. But this question they have asked in the PYQ. They have asked a question, which of the following is, I think one they have asked is secondary sector. Secondary sector mainly deals with the manufacturing. In that they have given option of mineral exploration. Here also you can see the word mineral exploration. Mineral exploration is a primary sector. In that particular question, whenever they asked, I think 2016 or 17, I don't remember, they asked secondary sector mineral exploration. No, mining and quarrying are part of primary sector. So this is wrong. So this is also kind of a PYQ question. Once they have asked in even in other exam, once in UPSC IAS exam, one in I think CAPF or CDS. Again a PYQ. Next question is related to which of the following can be used for producing a sustainable aviation fuel. See, in this kind of a question, can you dispute any of them not being part of sustainable aviation fuel? You cannot. If agriculture residue is correct, then the corn grain has to be correct. Wastewater also has to be correct. Wood mill waste also has to be correct. It's all kind of correlated. Everything is near to each other, like kind of a complementary kind of a thing, or near to each other. So all are correct. Don't overcomplicate such questions. Next question, say if they had given like something like some whatever, like maybe groundnut. One is groundnut and another is groundnut husk. If the groundnut husk is given, that is correct. If they given groundnut, any cash crop, any crop that India produces less, anything that is important for India's food security, etc., then it is wrong. They are giving all wastes, residues, grains, corn grain, sludges, wood mill waste. So all has to be correct. So don't worry much about that. Next is related to, there are 3-4 kind of capitals: working capital, fixed capital, physical capital, or human capital. These are 4 type of question. This is also asked in the 2022 CDS. Okay, such questions have been asked in the 2022 CDS, where they've asked the difference between fixed capital, physical capital, working capital, human capital. Again a repeated question. Correct answer is 2 options, that is option number 2 and option number 4. And it's also general awareness. You don't have to exactly know the PYQs to solve this. It's very basic question. Next they are given a description. Which one of the following words or phrase is the most appropriately used to denote an interoperable network of 3D virtual worlds that can be accessed simultaneously by millions of users? It's a metaverse. Explanation for metaverse, pure current affairs. Question number 59. With reference to rule or rules imposed by the Reserve Bank of India while treating the foreign banks, consider the following statements. There is no minimum capital requirement. See, in India, either to apply for NBFC, either to form a bank, any kind of banks, private banks, the regional rural banks, any kind of banks, you have, I think NBFC has 2 crore capital requirement. So capital requirement is must. A payment bank has, I think, 50 crore capital requirement, if I'm remembering correct. So this is must. So, and also it's extreme. 1 is wrong, 2 is correct. So can be solved with the help of tricks. Next is question is related to the CSR. First option is correct. In the statement 2, you have the extreme statement. CSR rules do not specify minimum spending on the CSR activities. Do not specify, they specify actually. In the CSR, I think they are given us a specific number. 2% of the company profit, something has to be spent on CSR. Then they have even criminalized it. There was a big issue regarding that. So it's a kind of contemporary issue, but difficult. But like difficult to know the provision, but you can easily solve that using the tricks. That's what we are saying. Next question is regarding the radioisotope thermoelectric generators. Radioisotope thermoelectric generators. There are 3 options. In the option A, they have RTGS or a miniature fission reactors. See, they are not even fission reactor or not even fusion reactor, so it is wrong. So 2, 3 are correct. Next question is related to giant stars. Giant stars live longer than the dwarf stars. Compared to the dwarf stars, giant stars have the greater rate of nuclear reaction. See, stars which has a greater rate of nuclear reaction will live less. So they are inversely proportional. If the nuclear reaction rate is greater, it will leave lesser. So it's a PYQ. The correct option is answer D. The one has to be wrong among statement 1 or statement 2. They are like against each other, they are not complementary, they are opposing each other. One has to be wrong. Either the answer is C or either the answer is D. So in the answer correct is D. Actually it is not the giant star live longer, it is the dwarf stars live longer. So it's again a PYQ question. They've asked question on supernova, giant star and dwarf stars many times. So again the PYQ. Which of the following is synthesized in the human body that dilates the blood vessels and increases the blood flow? Nitric oxide. You need to have the awareness, otherwise difficult to like solve this question. Next is relating to the use of radars. Radars are not used in the monitoring of precipitation. So 1 and 3 are correct. Only 2. Next question is related to which one of them is a 5th generation fighter jets. So see, fighter jets, any defense military related, these are important. The rockets, the fighter jets, etc. are important. The BrahMos, etc. have been UPSC have been asking in the PYQs. They were asking which one is 5th generation. It's a defense theme, but none of them is a 5th generation. And Rafale, etc. is in the news as well. It's a kind of contemporary or current affairs. Next question is related to the hydrogels. Hydrogel is, I think, prepared by the IASC. There was an experiment. It was in the news in the 2024 itself. IASC has prepared hydrogel for the purification of water or something. Like I don't remember exactly why, but it was in the news related to some experiment done by the IASC. So all 3 are correct. Controlled drug delivery, mobile air conditioning system, preparation of industrial lubricants, all are correct. See, whenever in the science and application, like in this way, it is whenever it is difficult to straight away say this is not possible, mark all, unless and until you exactly know that is not an answer. In the hydrogen, in the fuel cell electric vehicles, that is hydrogen fuel cell vehicles or fuel cell electric vehicles powered by hydrogen, that is hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, which one of these is the waste? That is H2O. This is directly PYQ. They have asked 2-3 times in the CAP of CDS, etc. Next question is related to pumped storage hydropower. Was in news. It is related to, see, it's a word relation. There is a word storage. Pumped storage. Here there is a word long duration energy storage. Relate the word storage. That is an answer. See, it's a trick. You will get to know these tricks only if you solve the PYQs. Solving PYQ, that's the reason is important. Next, again the PYQ importance. Membrane bioreactors are often discussed in the context of, see, membranes are used in the process of osmosis. Osmosis is when, say, there are 2 liquids, liquid this side, liquids on the side of A, liquid on the side of B. This is kind of a membrane. So this membrane can be used as a filtering. Either this will move here or this will move here. This kind of used as a filter. Membrane bioreactors, they are like wastewater treatment. So it's a process used here is osmosis. Even this is a kind of PYQ, and you will find in the PYQ that anything related to the process of osmosis is important for UPSC. They have asked numerous times. Next, with reference to the Indian economy, collateral borrowing and the lending obligations are an instrument of money market. See, it's related to lending obligations, collateral borrowing. It is not related. Have you heard this statement in stock market? No. Bond market and forex? No. A bit difficult question, but it's related to the lending, etc. comes in the part of money market. Next is related to the, see, another is a trick. The organisms cicada, frog hopper and the pond skater. See, you know the grasshopper. Grasshopper you have heard, it's an insect, grasshopper. So there will be many such insects which will be named in a similar way. So frog hopper, grasshopper, frog hopper. By going through this option, you can mark it as an insect. Very easy. Again, you have to do PYQ to get to know such tricks, to understand such tricks. You will not come to know about such tricks by solving the coaching institute papers. I'm not saying mock papers are not important. You can solve few mocks, but don't neglect PYQs for the mocks. Many chewing gums found in the market are considered as a source of environmental pollution because many chewing gums contain plastic as a gum base. Correct. So it's an easy question. Next is related to the animal found in the natural habitat and the country. Answer is none. It's a difficult question to solve. Next again is World Toilet Organization. See, whenever UPSC gives such organization like World Toilet Organization, World Grain Organization, one of the options they give is it's a agency of United Nations. They give it. This is a way they form the options. So that is wrong. You should know that the specialized agencies of United Nations or agencies of United Nations, the World Trade Organizations, etc. So you have to know it. The World Toilet Organization is not. I have not heard it. Another trick here is whenever they give international funding, many times they use the word they fund the project. Usually many organizations they do not fund unless and until it's a World Bank, IMF, etc. IMF gives the credit, World Bank funds. In most of the cases, it's spreading awareness, it's educating people, it's aiding it. There is no like financial funding to the countries. So again, that trick you can use here, and 3 is eliminated. So answer is 2 only. It's a very easy question. Just you have to know, if you have solved enough of PYQs, you know this trick. Next question is related to the lion, cheetah, etc. So it's a basic awareness, but little difficult. Lion do not have the particular breeding season. Actually, lion do not have. Though it has a words like do not, unlike, etc. Unlike the more big cats, cheetah do not roar. Cheetah do not roar. Say roar is used for lion. Cheetah there is a different word. Do not roar. Unlike the male lions, male leopards do not proclaim their territory. All big cats, either lion, not all, most of the big cats, cheetah or tiger, all proclaim their territory. So option 3 is wrong. So if you mark 3 wrong, you can solve it, but don't get carried away by these words. Do not, unlike. See, whenever these words in the sentence, they are not independent of larger sentence. Just if you find a word only, do not, unlike, please don't apply the trick. Read the sentence. In some case, even with that words, that statement, either they are correct or wrong. You have to go through the statement. These just words are not independent of that sentence. That consider that words in relation to that particular statement. Let's go to the question number 76. 100 million farmers. It's a current affairs. It's a project, I think, of World Economic Forum, WEF. Option is A is correct. It's a current affairs. Next is related to the distributed energy source. Distributed energy source are battery storage, biomass generator, fuel cells, rooftop solar. Again, there is no reason that any particular option can be wrong. So you can mark it, but these are not part of PYQs. Next, there are 2 very important questions. Okay, which one of the following shows unique relationship with insect that has covered with it, and that is only insect that can pollinate this tree? Fig. See, for the environment, 12th NCERT, people say that last 4 chapters are important. Question number 78 and question number 79 are directly picked from the NCERT. Last 4 chapters, 12th. So answer is Fig. It is directly given. We have shared even the screenshot in our Telegram group. We will provide a link to our Telegram in the description. You can join and get to know all these interesting screenshots. And at the end I will talk even about our mains program, etc. Let's continue. How many of the above have the poisonous species among them? See, it is like some species of butterflies are poisonous, some species of fish are poisonous, some species of frogs are poisonous. This option can be even framed in that way. So these all 3 are correct. It is again an NCERT question, directly repeated from NCERT, almost verbatim. So don't go behind these fancy materials. Just stick to your preparation to the NCERT's basic books. That too, not all chapters, very specific books and very specific chapters. You have to prepare well. Revise many times as possible. Keep PYQ handy. That's it. You don't have to do any innovation. It is not some rocket science to clear UPSC prelims. Let's go to the question number 80. Which of the following is native to India? Cashew, you know that many times UPSC has asked in, that is it's like it's introduced by the Portuguese, UPSC has asked in the PYQ. Even papaya is not native India, only red sanders. Red sander also PYQ question. It is part of native to the Eastern Ghats. So Eastern Ghats of India. So again you can solve this question using the PYQ. One second. Sorry. Question number 81. Which one of the following is a greenfield project? See, here there is another interesting thing. If you go through the PYQ, UPSC has asked I think 2 to 3 times the question. Once in a while they ask this. Which of the following is a greenfield airport? This is not the first time such question is asked. Not exactly the same question, but they have asked a question on ports, they have asked a question on airports. But difficult to solve this particular question. So if you know exactly, you can solve this. Next is related to water vapor. It is a gas amount of which decreases with the altitude. You know that water vapor near close to the earth's surface they have more, and if you go up there is less. Correct? The percentage is maximum at poles. No, the percentage of water vapor is maximum at equator. It's a basic awareness and it's a geography concept. Next question is related to the marine west coast climate. They are given description and the correct answer is marine west coast climate. See, the one way you can solve this particular question is it is not an equator. You should know this rainfall range. It's not equator. China type again not. China type I think has more temperature range. Here they are given low temperature range. By even elimination kind of we can mark T. But the different climates types, these are also important theme of UPSC. So you should know descriptions for all the important China type, equatorial type, they are given humid subtropical type, marine west coast type. You should know all these because they are very important themes for the UPSC. Next particular question is on the Coriolis force. Both are correct. Again, direct repetition. I will not discuss about that question. Next is on the June 21st. This question, summer solstice. They are asking I think 3 to 4 times in the last 4-5 years. Every year they ask June 21st, June 21st, June 21st. First they were asking I think in 2017. They were asked in 2023. They asked 3-4 times this particular question. Very easy question. Let's go to the next question. The question they have given a description. It's the world's largest tropical peatland. Possible destruction of that leads to a detrimental effect on the global climate, etc. But this particular question, that is Congo Basin, which is the correct answer here. In the 2023 prelims, they asked a Congo Basin. They asked a question on the Congo Basin. So if you explored little detail, you could have answered this correct. Either you know it or don't know it. Some people might get confused between Amazon Basin and Congo Basin, but the correct answer is Congo Basin. But Congo Basin asked in the last year prelims. With reference to the perfluoroalkyl PFAS that are used to make many consumer products, consider the following. I think the correct answer for this particular is D. I think some institute have given answer as D. Let's wait for C. Persistent exposure can lead to, they're talking about possibility. So this will be correct. Again a trick. PFAS are not easily degraded. It is correct. PFAS are found to be widespread in drinking water, food and food packaging materials. Some people have doubt whether they are widespread or not. So option 2 and 3 are easily correct. So but I think answer is D. Again option C, the trick can be used. Next they are given one word 5. Which one of the following is parasitoid species? See, in such a whenever they given one word 5, either all 5 out of 5 will be an answer or 3 out of 5 will be an answer. Okay, so very rarely 5 out of 5 will be answer, so it usually will be 3. It's kind of a Again a trick, when they given 4 statement one word, either 4 out of 4 will be correct or 2 out of 4 will be correct. If you want to take a risk, otherwise you can leave this question, or if you know, you mark it. Next question, how many of the above belong to the peace family? All 3 belong to the peace family. Next is related to Wildlife Protection Act. Indian flying fox is placed under the vermin category in the flying fox in the Wildlife Protection Act. Indian flying fox feeds on the blood of the other animals. See, Wildlife Protection Act, again a repetition, anything related to that is important. This flying pox, flying poxes, it is not a pox. Many people consider flying pox means a fox, so it feeds on the blood. No, flying pox is a bat. It is a bat which is asked directly in the PYQs. So if you just know that, you can just say option 1 is correct and option 2 is not correct. One of that has to be wrong. Bat, by the basic awareness, they do not feed on the blood of other animals. That's it. Next question, the atmosphere is heated more by, see, it is kind of that greenhouse effect. The incoming solar radiations come into the earth re-emits them back, and because of the presence of the greenhouse gases in the environment, that is carbon dioxides, carbon monoxides, sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, some of these solar radiations are caught. That leads to a formation of a greenhouse, that leads to increasing of temperature. That's a concept. This question is based on that concept. The atmosphere is heated more by incoming solar radiation than terrestrial radiation. No, atmosphere is heated more by terrestrial radiation that is emitted by the earth. The carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere are a good absorber of radiation. This is correct. So answer is D. Next particular question is regarding, I think, troposphere. The thickness of the troposphere is at the equator is much greater as compared to poles. At the equator, heat is transferred to the greater heights by strong convectional currents. See, this is a basic question, basics of geography, but very important thing in this case is UPSC and the PYQ has asked numerous times. They asked a question on troposphere, exosphere, ionosphere, stratosphere. It's an important theme. Ionosphere they asked many times. That helps in the, I think, communication, etc. So troposphere also they asked a question that most of the weather events or atmospheric events happen in the troposphere. They asked such questions. So it's a very important theme. You cannot miss such questions. If you make such questions wrong, and it's a basic geography, it is there in all NCERTs as well. Let's go to the next question. Next question is related to volcanic eruption. What are the products that are produced by volcanic eruption? I think photoclastic debris, they asked this question. This is a part of PYQ, and all 4 are produced. See, volcano is an important theme. If you go through the 2023 mains, they've asked which are the recent volcano eruption, and what is the impact of volcano eruption on environment or weather, something they've asked in 2023 mains. So volcano is an important theme. They've asked a question on barren islands, again a dormant volcano. They've asked a question on Pacific Ring of Fires. So volcano is an important theme, so you should know this, and this is a part of PYQ, this photoelectric debris etc related to the volcano they've asked. So you cannot miss such questions. Again a very important PYQ questions. Next is related to the isothermal maps in the month of January. The option A is correct. It's a difficult question. Either you know or you don't know it. Next is related to which one of the following is the largest cocoa producer. This question is a current affairs. There were many articles written, even if you just go through any of the coaching institute current affairs. There was a sudden rise in the cocoa price because of the climate change or because of some environmental reasons, weather reasons. The Cote d'Ivoire, Costa Rica, Ghana, etc. Their what I can say, their production has reduced. So the cost of cocoa has increased in India. I think 1 kg 250 rupees or 300 rupees. It suddenly increased to 900 rupees. 250 rupees to 900 rupees. It was in news. There are few articles written, and if you just Google cocoa and any UPSC institute name, you will find even in their current affairs. So it's a pure current affairs question. It is not some random questions. See, because when the problem in the world. India is benefiting from it. India is also one of the cocoa producer. Indian farmers were benefiting. So such questions UPSC is bound to ask. Next is related to west to east, west to east sequence of west to east sequence of the tributaries of Ganga, directly repeated from PYQ. This question was asked in the CAPF directly as it is, it's copy pasted. So again, next question is regarding weathering. Rainfall is one of the reasons for weathering of rocks, correct? Rain water contains carbon dioxide solutions, rainwater contains oxygen. See, the weathering, there are many types: physical weathering and chemical weathering. There is a concept called as hydration. The water is absorbed and water uh, by the rocks that lead to weathering. That concept is called as hydration. There is a concept of that is called a physical weathering. There is also concept of chemical weathering. So it is directly repeated from PYQ. Important theme. They asked this question many times, and it is there. There is a basic geography. It is there in any NCRT. That's why we are saying UPSC preparation is about 30-year PYQ, 10 years of CDS, NDA, CAPF, basic NCRTs, specific textbooks and specific chapters. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't go behind yellow book, white book, red book, or some value added material. Keep it very basics. Don't overburden itself. Just because one or two questions are tough, don't start going preparing for them. This is prelims is about clearing cutoff. It's not scoring. So just comfortable. You can comfortably clear the cutoff in this particular paper just using the PYQ and basic materials, NCRTs, and basic themes and current affairs. And this is a paper where at least 10 to 15 questions were from current affairs directly. Very easy questions. Questions on UNESCO recently heritage sites, the Garba, the military coups in the Africa, the question on Argentina, some questions like that 33% reservation for women in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. Very straightforward questions, no difficulty. Next is North Sea. Again, a very important because of the issue related to Ukraine and Russia, and the oil and the natural gas supply from the North Sea. It was in news, North Sea. So I think we have done a series where we have said UPSC's very important theme is countries bordering the ocean. They asked repeatedly on the Caspian Sea, they asked Red Sea, they asked, and more importantly Mediterranean Sea, and also this year they asked North Sea. So it's a very easy question, easy guess. It was in news and it's important. You have to know countries bordering most of the oceans, at least North Sea, Caspian Sea, Mediterranean. Mediterranean they asked numerous, like 5-6 times in the last maybe 2 decades. Let's go to the next particular question. See, if you don't believe in whatever we are saying, please, for the God's sake, don't neglect it. Take PYQ, take PYQ and check for yourself. You will come to know what is the importance of PYQ. Next particular question is on waterfall region and the river. Here Gerusappa is Western Ghats, Karnataka, not Netravati, it's a Sharavati river. That is wrong. One of the two pair is correct. So this is a PYQ. They have asked in I think CAPF. Next question number 100. We are finishing. They given the mountains in which region they are found and the fold mountains. The two of the options are correct. Even these are part of NCRTs. Even NCRT, while discussing the type of mountains, fold mountain, block mountains, etc., they have discussed which mountains are fold and block mountain. Himalaya is a fold mountain. Aravallis is a fold mountains. They have discussed all these things. So yeah, we have finished all 100 questions. Next very important thing I want to discuss after this is around 40 questions. Around 40 questions have been repeated from PYQ. Around 40 questions directly repeated from PYQs. Not the theme. Just the questions which are asked in the PYQ and repeated again are at least 40 questions. Around 15 plus questions where you can apply the tricks. Around 10 to 15 questions are direct current affairs. So this paper is comparatively easy compared to 2023. We don't want to speculate regarding the cutoff, the UPSC will come up with its result in the 2 to 3 weeks, but we expect the cutoff to increase from the last year 75. I don't know, we don't want to say, maybe around 90. We don't want to talk much about that. Anybody who is getting above 75 last year cutoff, please start preparing for the mains. If not this year, it will help you next year. So if you otherwise, most aspirant will be wasting next 2-3 months feeling lazy and lethargic that I didn't clear prelims, wasting time. No. Okay, take 1 week gap, take one or 2 week gap, start preparing. Prepare your optionals well, prepare your GS very well. Whenever result comes, even if you don't clear, it will help you in 2025 attempt. So as now UPSC has reduced up for the time for the mains. This year it's only I think 90 or 95 days. It's 95 days. It's difficult to prepare in 95 days. You need to prepare your GS, your optional and essay beforehand. You need to have your notes. You need to have your short notes. Then only you can revise and write some here and there mock test, etc. and go through the PYQ, make a good solution for the PYQ questions, and based on the themes where you can predict a question for the mains as well. Important themes even in the mains they have important themes, so then you can score very well. So if you're just wasting time for the next 3-4 months feeling very lazy, feeling demotivated, there is no concept like motivation or demotivation. If you want to clear this exam, you need to be self-motivated. You need to get the things done. You need to make notes for all these subjects, 4 GS papers, essay and 2 optional papers, and be ready. Then in the 2025 January, February, etc., you can start your full-fledged prelims preparation. So we will come up with a strategy for the mains as well in the next video. Please subscribe to the Simperion IAS YouTube channel. Join our Telegram group UPSC Mains GS 2024. Will provide a link. People especially who are preparing the rating the mains etc. this year can get a mains question paper on our website. Mains 40 years question paper. You don't have to prefer 40 years, 20-25 years will suffice, or more than that. The questions which are relevant, which you think relevant, that is better rather than having a perfect number. I'll only prepare 10 year previous year. Rather than that, question which you feel are relevant, please go through those questions. Topic wise we have done it extremely topic wise, micro topic wise we have divided it. You can get that on our website. We have prepared an answer for for ethics last 11 to 12 years papers, including the sample papers. Even in the mains, according to us, there are together 79 questions asked in the GS 1, 2, 3, 4 together. At least 40 to 50% of that questions are repeated from the PYQs. So here the PYQ themes again they are important. So there are particular topics UPSC keeps asking question again and again and again. So say last year they have asked a question on what is the impact, socio-economic impact of reservation for women in the local bodies. This year they might ask the same question again. What is the socio-economic political impact or impact of 33% reservation on empowerment of women? So you know that you should know that UPSC asks such questions, and women or women related things are important. So whenever you can go and just take last 5-10 years paper and see that whenever a very important schemes are there related to women, they ask in the PYQ or the mains, in the prelims or the mains. In the 2024 prelims itself, there were 2 questions. One question, I think, Matruta Vandana Abhiyan scheme. Another is regarding that 33% reservation for women from the 19th Lok Sabha. 2 questions were asked. So women is a very important theme. Agriculture is a very important theme. The 100 million farmers, etc. they've asked. Another question is on sustainable aviation fuel. Vijayanagara is an important theme. Buddhism is an important theme. So PYQs are important. So I think we have said the importance of PYQs and intelligent elimination techniques. Please don't hear to whatever people say. Verify yourself. Then make a strategy. Hopefully most of you will fortunately clear the prelims this year. If not, don't get bogged down. Don't get demotivated. Make a strategy for 2025. Diligently follow that strategy for the next 1 year. So within a 1 year, you will clear next year cutoff. Will write a mains. You can score very well and get a service and cadre of your preference. Thank you for watching the video.